Hi, Onkar Singh Lohtham here, and in this video I'm going to share with you a working example of how to do product backlog prioritization, and I'll be taking an example of a job site. So stay tuned. Now, in this working example of how to do product backlog prioritization, I have taken an example of a job site, something like monster.com, indeed.com or naukri.com. So if you are a product manager, a product owner or a business analyst working in a similar site, a similar product, then this example will help you see how do you actually do the product backlog prioritization using a model that I have created, which is called the product customer corner. But before you do that, there are few prerequisites that you need to fulfill. So number one, you must have created a backlog for your product. So suppose you have got a backlog and a list of items in over here. Secondly, you need to define the OKR, and defining the OKR, as I said in the previous video, it is the objective and the key result that you are after. And so for this example, for a job site like Monster or Indeed or Naukri, what you want to do is in the next 3 to 6 months, you want to increase the number of job applications that have happened and that happen on a weekly basis. So suppose there are 3,000 per week and you want to increase it to 3,300 per week. So you want to have an increase of 10%. So the idea and the expectation from you is that you do all the items that are listed in the backlog, only those items that will help you reach this goal, increase of job applications from 3,000 to 3,300. Let's say that's the example, and keep that in mind. It will be handy when you do the exercise. Third, as we described in the previous video, you mark your backlog items. Say suppose out of these 58 items, you mark the top 23 which are related to your OKR, the things that you will work upon that will help you achieve this goal. So that's your step number 3. And finally, since I am sharing this on a model that I have created, you have to understand the product customer corner model, how it works. And the way it works is you have got two axes, the axis of product, the axis of customer. This quadrant is your winner quadrant, where the items that will come over here are both important for product and customer. This is your pleaser quadrant, where it is the items that will land over here will be important for customer, not that important for the product. This is your distractor quadrant, where the things that land over here, it's neither important for the product and not important for your customer. Somehow it has come in your backlog, so you have to classify it one way or the other. And finally, after the winner, pleaser and distractor, this is your improver quadrant, things which are important for the product but not that important for the customer, not that very evident for the customer. Now let's look at some examples over here. You'll have a set of items which are in your backlog. Now let's do that exercise. And this is how you get your product backlog items, and this is another list. Okay, this is the list of items which are below 23, so I'm not going to work upon it. Let's look at these items which are here, which you have marked as related to OKR. Let's see, the first one is, in order to increase the applications from 3,000 to 3,300, you want to increase the number of job applications. So what is job application? To just give you an example. So number one, people come to the site, they search or browse, then they view that particular job, and if they like, they apply. So suppose this is the user journey that is taken, and in this user journey you want that people come, they view, and they should apply for more jobs, and that is better for your product, and that's how you make your revenue. Now let's look at the list of items that you have got on the backlog. Say number one is share jobs with others. So we say that if this is the item we provide as a feature, then will it be important for the customer? Will it be important for the product? Now the customers haven't ever asked about this. They are not interested in sharing the jobs because it's quite a personal activity. Maybe it's important for the product, increasing the social interaction, but in that case I'll say it's not important for the customer, probably less important for the product. It's on this scale. I'll place it over here. The next item on the backlog is to apply one click apply on the search results page, because when somebody has looked at the information, looked at the jobs, they have done the search, the list of search results comes up, and that is the biggest, I would say, traffic voice. That's the area that people come to, the search results page. And over there, if we can skip this view and straight away give them an apply button over there, maybe the applications will increase, and that is a thought. So we say, let's put the one click apply. It looks like it's important for the product and it will help the customers also. So it's important for both of them. So I'll place it in this quadrant over here. Next item is implement chatbot. I think this is one of the cool, fancy, technical stuff that has come up quite recently, that we want to have an application where people can chat and ask questions, and maybe that will help them apply for more jobs. Question mark. Why? Because as a product manager, that's not in the vision of the product to take it to that level, and nobody in the customer feedback or anywhere else in the survey, nobody has asked that they struggle to understand what the job is and they need a help, and somebody available in the chat can help that. So it doesn't seem like it's either important for the product or customer. So I'll put it in the distractor area, which is here, not important for the product and not important for the customer. Next one, say, is add salary information on the jobs. Now this is quite important, because customers, the users who are the job seekers who come to the site to find and search for jobs and apply for jobs, if we give them proper information about the job, we provide the salary, the per annum salary or the per day salary, then it is from the statistics and from analytics we have seen, the more information is there on the job, people apply to those jobs more. And that's good. That's good for the product, because that completes the information on the job, and it's important for the customers as well. They will apply to those jobs more, and hence I will put this in this quadrant, that yes, it is important. Then next it says, another item in the backlog is show related jobs after the job application. So suppose they have searched for the job, they view it, they apply it, and after they have applied, we say thank you for application, and right there we show them more related jobs, so that you don't have to go back to search, and we show you more important jobs, more related jobs just then and there. It helps you make the next application faster. Yes, that's important for the customer. It helps them navigate to the next job easily. It's important for the product to show more relevant information. So I will say yes, it is important for both of them, and hence it is coming in this quadrant. Next comes one click apply. The way we have here on the search results page, we say one click apply on a home page. Now home page is a place where you come through either through google.com, google.co.uk, you have come to that page, or you have entered the URL of Monster or Indeed or Naukri.com and you go to that home page. But this is a low traffic area, but you list the jobs anyways over there, and if the jobs are there, why not give the one click apply on that place as well. So it looks like it is somehow important for both of them, but not that important as this one click on the search results page. So I will put it a little below over here for both product and customer. Still stays in the winner quadrant, but it is lower than this one. The next one is get response from the recruiters. Now this is a complaint which the job seekers often tell, that they do not get the response from the recruiters. They keep on applying and job application 10, 20, 30, but they don't hear back as to what happened to that application. Now this is something which is very important for the customer, but from a product perspective, if we see, it's very difficult to implement that, to get that feedback from all the recruiters for all the job applicants. It's somehow difficult, not at the moment aligned with the vision of the product that we want to build the product in that direction. So I will say that yes, it is important for the customer, but not that much important for the product. So I'll put it over here in the pleaser quadrant. The next item, very interesting, one of the items is database cleanup. It says we have to do certain tasks. There's so much information there. Sometimes it's not related. Sometimes there is junk over there. Can we clean up the database so that it will help us serve our customers better, improve our product, remove some of the technical debt as we call in the agile digital product world? Can we do that? Now, very interesting interestingly, these items will never be important for the customer because they do not know the inner workings of the product. They will never say, please go ahead and do the database cleanup. They will never going to ask that. So it's always going to be in the not important zone for the customer, but it is important for the product. You have to have these things done, which are technical tasks. So I will put this over here. Important for the product, not that important for the customer, debatable, but it is in the improver section. The next item is, suppose it says, if we send reminder emails for the jobs that the customers have probably marked them as favorite, and it is there in their favorite zone or the shortlist zone, but they forget to go ahead and apply. Sometimes maybe they thought that it's a good job, but they forgot to apply. So if we send them a reminder email with the list of their shortlisted and favorite jobs, maybe they'll come back and apply to those in bulk or in quick succession. So in that case, I will say yes, it is important for the customer to remind them so that we get a direct benefit of applications, and it's also good from product perspective. So comparatively, it looks like yes, we can place it over here in the winner quadrant. Somehow important for the product, somewhat important for the customer, sitting in the middle. The last item, the 10th item that I have is, it's very interesting again with the new social bandwagon and the wave that we have, publish job snapshots on Instagram. And probably this came up in the backlog saying that we can increase our applications by targeting the millennials and the younger group who are found on Instagram a lot. If we post the jobs over there as snapshots, maybe people will click through more and will increase the applications. Good thought, good suggestion. But if we look as a product manager and we look at the vision that we have, where we stand at the moment, probably we do not want to go in that direction and capture the Instagram crowd, or we don't want to post our jobs on Instagram at the moment. Maybe there are different reasons for that, but at this moment where we stand, suppose this is the item where we say it is probably important for the customer. We do not know, we have not tested it, we have not done the user research, we don't have the analytics with us, and currently it does not sit with the vision of the product. And because of these two reasons, we'll say currently it is not important for the product, maybe important for customer. We can do user research, we can do some analysis and then find out how good it is. Now, this is an example of how you would do your product backlog prioritization. You have to do certain prerequisites, you have to mark the items that relate to the objectives and key results, and then you put all of these top product backlog items, and then you qualify them, classify them, how important it is for the product, how important it is for the customer, and then you make a relative call, have a discussion with your team, get all your team members around and have a discussion, and then put these post-its. And then eventually what you will see as a result of this exercise is there are certain items over here which are in the winner quadrant, which are both important for the customer and the product, and these are clear winners. These are the items that you need to work upon as your next set of prioritized item that sits at the top of your backlog, and then you can plan your sprints and your next goals. Next, you can definitely drop the items which is in the distractor column. You can think about the improvers and the pleasers and try and see what extra element that you can add so that it moves from here to the winner quadrant. Is there anything missing? Can we add some more information, some more value in it so that it becomes valuable for both customer and the product? And that's how you can do the product backlog prioritization using the product customer corner model. I hope this helped you. And if you got any other questions, please do write to me, and please subscribe to our channel. And for more related information, go to our website digitalskillsmastery.com. Thank you.